Hi there, and thank you for choosing the Weather Ranger National US Briefing, including Philadelphia. Let's see, what do we have on tap here for the weekend? We have a rain-snow event heading into the northeast, and also we have a couple of nor'easters. Currently on visible satellite imagery, we can see this big batch of clouds as this system tries to get its act together and is gathering moisture over the Gulf of Mexico. And let me stop this motion, this animation, so I can draw you a couple pictures here. This is the area of precipitation that will be moving up into the northeast. Also, we can see some lake effect lower clouds here over interior New York State and central Pennsylvania. And we also have a swath of snow cover out here in the Midwest, in the plain states, as we can see that on visible satellite imagery. Some higher snow-covered mountaintops out here in the Rockies. And we also have a system moving into the Pacific Northwest as the jet stream has been quite active, and the subtropical jet has been quite active as well. And this is the war zone right in here, as these two jet streams will combine to bring us an active pattern into the new year. So let's take a look across the northeast with this snow shower activity right now. Some lake effect snow bands coming onshore in the western New York State and also northwestern Pennsylvania. Some snow shower activity up here in northeastern Maine. We also have some snow activity up here north of the Minnesota Arrowhead and Thunder Bay. And this is the active snow pattern in the northeast. Let's take a look here into the future for the weekend in the northeast. And we have the lake effect snow machine winding down as temperatures will warm into the weekend. And this is simulated radar and cloud cover. So let's go into the future here. And here comes the clouds from the south, and here is our simulated radar for the northeast ending Sunday by 4 o'clock p.m. The simulated radar model wants to put some heavy rain over New York City and eastern Jersey, and also a good swath of rain here over eastern Pennsylvania, and cloudy across the whole northeast. So what is the NAM saying, the North American model, the high resolution model for snowfall totals through Sunday evening at 7 p.m.? Well, we have some little nickel and dime situations across the northern Great Plains and through Iowa, Missouri, Chicago, through Detroit here, as a bunch of clipper systems will scoot across the northern half of the country and leave snow and light snow in cities such as the Twin Cities, Milwaukee, Chicago, and also Fargo. And out here in Rapid City, they probably can't escape from the clipper systems as well either. We also have some snowfall accumulations through 7 p.m. Sunday, into interior New York State, and also up in the White Mountains of northern New Hampshire and across the whole state of Maine. This model is trying to output some snow. And also the higher elevations, Pacific Northwest in the Rockies. Snow through the week, through tonight, through the weekend, into Sunday as well. Let's take a look here at the precipitation type radar and the future cast from the NAM high resolution model here. Well, this is Sunday right here by 7 p.m. And this is the rain snow line here, this red dotted line. So anything east of this is going to be rain, and anything to the west of this is cold enough to snow. And it currently looks as if it's not going to be cold enough to snow around Philadelphia. However, when this system exits off into the Atlantic, out to sea, up into the Canadian Maritimes, there's always a possibility that cold air will come in behind it and change it over to snow at the very end. Be some wet snowflakes possibly going into Monday morning. We definitely will keep an eye on that here at weatherranger.com. Currently, the National Surface Analysis, including radar data, we have some shower activity down here in southern Texas and also Florida as this system gets its act together, and we'll move up into the East Coast right now. It's going to bring a surge of warmer air with it right now. We have 50 in Atlanta, and we have in the 50s and 60s in South Carolina, currently 45 in Philadelphia, 39 in Hartford, Connecticut, and we also have 39 degrees out here in Chicago, and we have 47 in Seattle with rain right now as that system moves on shore. And over the central part of the country, relatively quiet and not too cold, kind of warm, as skies are clear here over the central part of the United States. We have a clipper system up here on the Canadian borders, which is going to scoot eastward overnight. So what's the forecast mean here? Well, we have this surge of moisture heading up from the Gulf of Mexico that will arrive in the region in the northeast up here over the course of Sunday, into Sunday evening. This model here is trying to output snow for central Pennsylvania in the mountains, which is certainly a definite possibility, as this will all be rain here in the major cities, more than likely. So that system exits off up into the Canadian Maritimes on Monday, and let's take a look at what is on its heels, as we have another clipper system here moving across northern Michigan and the Great Lakes on Tuesday evening, as a nice chunk of energy, of Arctic energy here, will start to move across the northern half of the country and will make it very cold across the United States, and it will definitely feel like January going into the new year. It will be frigid across much of the northern half of the United States. In fact, the kind of cold where it might be hard to make 20 degrees for the high temperature during the day. So what's up with that storm that the media is buzzing about? Well, here it is. Looks to be a double-barreled low pressure system by this model. Takes it mostly offshore and not really affecting much of the northeast at all. In fact, it affects more of the southeast with heavy rain and the panhandle of Florida here. And just the story is going to be just Arctic air behind that. And this is on Thursday night into Friday, the January 3rd. Thursday the 2nd into Friday the January 3rd. Let's take a look at the Canadian model and see what that model is thinking as far as this storm. Well, let's fast forward. Let's put this model in motion here, and let's go into the 3rd. And this Canadian model actually has some output here, some snow, but has it light, and it has the system moving from the Great Lakes, and then a coastal low forms, and the system just quickly moves out to sea. So we're definitely going to have to keep an eye on this and see what's going to happen with the snowstorms poised to hit the United States after the new year. And the story is going to be cold. Cold across much of the country, as we can see down here, is going to be the trend. This is where it gets really cold across the northern half of the country, is on New Year's Eve. So Monday into Tuesday is when the Arctic front moves through and just ushers in the new year with a chill, and a frigid chill at that, and it will definitely feel like January, with the possibility of those two East Coast storms and snow the first week of January. So keep it right here on Weather Ranger. Always thanks for choosing us. That's your national U.S. briefing, including Philadelphia. And stay tuned to Weather Ranger as we will monitor the upcoming potential East Coast storms. So check back to weatherranger.com frequently for your latest updates. We update these products daily. Have a good day and take it easy. We'll be updating the forecast soon. Stay tuned.